Okay, everybody who is excited for a rockin' awesome video today for your viewing pleasure. I am super excited. Let's get started. Shalom, everybody. My name's Rabbi Livingston. You are awesome, and this is Jewish in Twoish. So in this week's Torah portion, we meet one of the 12 tribes, Broseph. Joseph was in a terrible position because he was sold by his brothers into slavery, which is not a good situation. Later, when he gets to Egypt, he would be framed for a crime that he didn't commit, and because of that, soon he would find himself rotting in an Egyptian prison, which was awful.
What was the food like in prison?
Gruel, sandwiches, gruel omelets, nothing but gruel. Plus, you can eat your own hair.
It was a rather painful and depressing situation. The Torah records that one day Joseph saw some of the prisoners and noticed that they were upset. He goes to inquire and ask them about what was wrong. They informed him that they had had some terrible dreams the night before and they were awaiting a meeting with Pharaoh the next day to determine whether or not they were going to live or die. That was probably very stressful. Joseph, who was famous for interpreting dreams, went on to interpret the dreams of the people who he had noticed that were upset. Just as Joseph had predicted, one of the dreamers would go on to be killed while the other was going to be saved by Pharaoh. It turns out that later, the exact person who Joseph had noticed in the prison who was suffering from stress and anxiety because of his dreams, who would go on to later be saved, it was that exact person who would recommend to Pharaoh to take Joseph out of jail to interpret Pharaoh's own dreams when he had a nightmare he couldn't explain. That whole series of events led to Joseph's ultimate redemption and rising from the pits of despair in the Egyptian prison all the way up to becoming second in command of all of Egypt. It's very important to notice what led to the whole chain of events. The entire redemption of Joseph and the entire building of all of the infrastructure that he would then use to absorb the Jewish people into Egypt all started because he noticed that somebody else was in pain. Instead of being absorbed with his own pain, which would have been very understandable considering how horrible the Egyptian jail was, he noticed the pain of others. So we see a very important lesson. Helping to end the pain of somebody else can lead to the end of your own pain. We often think about ourselves when we're in pain, and that's very natural. But it's important to think of the pain of others, especially if they're in a similar situation. Joseph was in the pit, he was in jail, it was awful. So were the other people, it was awful for them too. And he noticed them and he cared. By helping others, you may just be helping yourself more than you're even helping them. You know what would definitely help? If you gave it a like and a share, the video. Yeah. Like and share, people. Much appreciated. Oh, and you can check out all the other videos on Facebook.com/Rabbi Livingston Videos. You can like the page there and it'll give you all the updates and whatever it is. Or you can go to YouTube.com/Rabbi Livingstone for all the latest, whatever it is people say. And hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much. Peace.